So I made a video recently talking about these horizontal pentatonic shapes. These are a bit of a game changer if you haven't discovered them. These are the shapes that I use to play the pentatonic scale. I hardly ever use the standard 5 ones, and I find that the 5 ones where you're just going vertically, I always get those two confused, vertically on the fretboard, you don't even use half the notes a lot of the time. So these horizontal shapes, these are where it's at, to be honest. If you need to learn these, or if you want to get into these horizontal shapes, I do, as I said, have a video where I just talk about 2 of them. This video is going to be expanding on that a little bit. It's going to be showing you how to link these 2 horizontal pentatonic shapes together so that you can play all over the fretboard seamlessly. Okay, so first of all, just to give a brief overview of what you're going to learn, we have 2 shapes, okay, horizontal shapes. If I'm in the key of A, starting here, that would be the first one. Then the second one would be over here, right? But what we're going to learn this lesson is how to get from this one and then get seamlessly to the next one and then back to the first one again if you want. So let's begin by looking at this diagram that I made about 5 drafts off before I felt like it made sense, because this isn't my area of expertise, making diagrams like this. But here we go. So the first one, we can see we have all these blue notes. Now the blue note with the red around it, this indicates the root note in the shape. Okay, so if I wanted to be in the key of A, I would line up that first note on the E string with an A note, which is the 5th fret of the E string. Right, then for now I'm just going to follow the blue notes, slide across, slide across. Alright, now I'm on the 12th fret, going backwards. Right, you might have come across these before, and especially if you watched the last lesson. Now, those 2 pink notes you see, those are notes that are in pattern 1 of the pentatonic scale. Okay, position 1 of the pentatonic scale is really good, and you probably have a few licks or whatever built up there, so we might as well use them. So again, if I start on this A note and I go up, once I get to this note on the G, if I want, I can play these 2 notes here, do some position 1 style licks. Go back down, or I can pattern 1, then keep going up. Alright, so those are some optional notes there if you wish to use them. So that was the first shape. Now the next one was if we had a root note on the A string. Okay, and this is useful because it helps us cover the whole fretboard. So you'll see it's orange notes, and the ones with the red around it, these are where your root notes will be. So A note, if we're sticking to the key of A, would be the 12th fret on the A string. So I'd play this note here and make sure I line up that note in the red with it. Okay, now I can go backwards, play these notes, then I can keep going up, slide across, following the orange notes, slide across, and ending on the orange note with the red around it. Then going back down, finishing on one of the orange notes with red, a root note. Now again, that pink note there, that is a note that belongs to the position 4 of the pentatonic scale. So again, if I was using this horizontal shape and I wanted to, I could add that pink note in solo in position 4 of the pentatonic scale, because that's another pretty ergonomic shape out of those 5. Then I could keep going up, pink note, right? So that is a cool trick that you can do in that second horizontal shape, is figuring out where pattern 4 lies within it and busting out some licks. Okay. Now here is where it gets kind of complicated, but hopefully you can follow along. So on this third diagram, I have both of those shapes laid over each other. Okay, you'll see those blue notes. Okay, and I've actually left out all the pink ones just to try keep it as straightforward as possible. Okay, so the blue notes, getting lost just looking at it myself. So if I follow them across, following the blue notes. Okay, right now I'm at that top blue note, okay, on that 12th fret. Now, what I can do here to link myself or link up to the next horizontal shape, which is the orange notes, you'll see there's a brown box and it says position 3. Okay, that's because I can go down position 3 of the pentatonic scale and that will take me to the next horizontal shape. So I'm going from that 12th fret to the 10th. Now I'm putting my third finger on an orange note, which is in that position 3 box. Right, playing all the notes in that brown box. And now look, I'm in the second horizontal shape and I could go up that, the orange one. Right? Going back down. Oh. Okay, so I'll go through that again slowly. So starting on the blue notes in the key of A. So I start on the 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, slide up. I didn't put the arrow there by accident. That's okay. Blue note. Right, 7th fret, slide up to the 9th. 10th fret, sorry, 8th fret, now 10th fret, 8th fret on the high E, 10th fret. Right now I'm at the last blue note of that horizontal shape. Then I go down pattern 3, so 12th fret of the E, 10th fret of the E, now that orange note, which is the 13th fret of the B, 10th fret of the B, 12th fret of the B, which is of the G, sorry, which is another orange, then the blue note on the 9th fret of the G, then 12th fret of the D, 10th fret of the D. Right now I'm on that A note, or the orange note with a circle around it. So once I got to the top of that shape, I just went down 2 notes per string, all the notes within that brown box. Okay, and that leads me to the second horizontal shape. Now you have another option here. Okay, so again, if I get to the top of that horizontal shape, I can actually slide across with my 3rd finger to the 15th fret, and now I'm in that little pattern 4 box of the pentatonic scale, right? And I can go down that, and now I'm in those orange notes. Okay, so again, if I start on the blue notes and go up on that 12th fret, then I can slide across to with my 3rd finger to the 15th, and then I can go down following those orange notes. Okay, so those are your 2 ways to link up the blue horizontal shape, or the first one, and the second one, which is the orange dots. Okay, you have both those options. Position 3 or position 4 will link up to it. Now, if you want to go even further with this, okay, again, if I start in the second pattern, so third finger on the 12th fret of the A string, and I go up those orange notes a bit to the top of that shape. If I want, I can now slide my 3rd finger across, and now I'm actually in pattern 1 of the pentatonic scale again, in the key of A, just up the octave. Right, so if I put this all together, check out all this range I have. I just realized I was on a real dumb pickup this whole time, but hopefully the sound isn't drastically different. Okay, so starting on this 5th fret on the A note, go up the blue notes. Now I have an option here. Okay, I'll just go down pattern 3, which is the brown box, all the way down. Now I'm in the orange notes. Then I follow this one across. End of the orange notes, then I slide across. Okay, got my 3rd finger right now on the, what would it be? I always get lost on the frets up here. The 18th fret, right? Hey, is that even, no, that's wrong. It's the 20th fret, right? And then go down pattern 1. Right, then if you wanted, this is actually the exact same as that first octave of the horizontal pentatonic shape. So I could go up that horizontal shape, that first one, just on this A note up here instead of that one there. Okay? So one more time, just to put it into practice, including the pentatonic notes. Okay, so the vertical pentatonic shape notes. So starting in A, going up, I can do some stuff if I want in pattern 1. Then I can keep going up, end of the horizontal. Then I can shift over to pattern 4. And now I'm in all those orange notes. Can keep going up. Now I'm in pattern 1. Right, so that is how you can link them together. I'll make this available in a Google Drive link, so you can click on it and download it. But no doubt you'll probably have questions, and I might have to make a follow-up to this lesson to address those questions, because this is quite complicated. But bottom line, if you get your head around this, you're going to be able to solo everywhere on the fretboard seamlessly. Okay, and just remember with this stuff, you just have to line up one of those red notes, okay, with the root note, and you'll be in the right place for whatever key you want to be in. So let's just have one more example in a key like D. Okay, I have a D note on the 10th fret of the E string up here, but if I wanted to start lower on the fretboard, okay, I would use the 5th fret on the A string. Right, now this one, I would line up that third pattern, sorry, the second horizontal pentatonic shape. Right, the orange notes. So right now I'm in the orange notes in the key of D, and I just descend up that. Now I'm at the top of what would be the orange notes. Then I can slide across to pattern 1 in the key of D. Now I'm in the next horizontal shape. Right, then I can either go down pattern 3 or I can slide across to pattern 4. Right, now I'm in the second horizontal shape again, up the octave. Okay, so all you have to learn is that when you're going from the first horizontal shape to the second one, you use pattern 3 or pattern 4 of the pentatonic scale to link it. And when you're going from the second horizontal shape to the first one, you have to slide across and use pattern 1 to link it back to the first one again. But yes, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful. And as I said before, you will have questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.